I now confer the degree. By the powers vested in me by the University of Professional Studies Act, I, Dr. K.K. Sapon, Chancellor of the University, confer on the late Nana Konadu Agyeman Rawlings the posthumous degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Shall we now turn our attention to the screens for the third awardee?
Years ago, Joseph K. Hogley was born in Havi in the Akachi district. Over time, he has become the anchor of a large family, surrounded by children and grandchildren who embody his values of discipline, hard work, and humility. From modest beginnings, Mr. Joseph K. Hogley, a pioneering figure in Ghana's oil and gas transportation sector and the founder of J.K. Hogley Transport & Co. Limited, has built one of West Africa's most trusted petroleum haulage companies, known for integrity, discipline, and commitment to national development. To counter inefficiencies and safety risks in fuel transportation, he introduced modern fleets, advanced tracking technology, and strict safety protocols that reshaped the downstream industry, consequently strengthening Ghana's energy security and setting new standards for safe and reliable distribution. His impact extends across West Africa. By developing a strong cross-border logistics network, he supported the movement of petroleum products to Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and other neighboring countries, contributing to a stable regional supply chain. For over 2 decades, his company has received consistent national recognition, including multiple Haulage Company of the Year awards, distinctions in safety and logistics, and recent honors such as the 2024 Goga Haulage Company of the Year, Best Haulier from Vivo Energy, and the HSSE Excellence Award. He is also the recipient of the Pioneer Award for Excellence in Petroleum Haulage. Beyond business, Mr. Hogley has contributed significantly to national service. His company has created jobs, trained young professionals, and supported education and healthcare initiatives. He also hosts the weekly Road Safety Matters program on Unique FM, educating drivers on safer road practices, an effort widely praised for its impact on reducing accidents. Despite his impressive achievements, he is known for his humility and grounded leadership. Today, he guides J.K. Hogley Transport toward cleaner energy fleets, greener technologies, and advanced operational systems, and he mentors the next generation to uphold the company's value. Mr. Joseph K. Hogley stands as a pillar of Ghana's downstream petroleum industry, a leader whose vision and humanity continue to inspire and strengthen the nation. With close to 600 trucks in his company's fleet and a total of over 700 people in his employ, J.K. Hogley and his thriving business spells great promise for Ghana's future. Ghana highly esteems your contribution, sir. Thank you. God bless you.
Chancellor, sir, may May I now invite the third candidate for the honorary doctor degree in the person of Mr. Joseph K. Hoggle, candidate for Doctor of Business, honoris causa, to please step forward and face the congregation. Thank you. The citation will be read by the Vice Chancellor of this university, after which the candidate will be ruled by the Chancellor, assisted by Vice Chancellor.
Chancellor, sir, I present the citation in honor of Mr. Joseph K. Hoggle. Mr. Joseph K. Hoggle is a pioneering force in Ghana's downstream petroleum sector and the visionary founder of J.K. Hoggle Transport and Company Limited, a company that has grown from modest origins into one of West Africa's most respected and reliable petroleum haulage enterprises. Through discipline, innovation, and unwavering commitment to integrity, he transformed the transportation of petroleum products at a time when the industry faced significant inefficiencies and safety challenges. His introduction of modern fleets, advanced tracking systems, and stringent safety protocols set new standards for operational excellence and contributed meaningfully to Ghana's national energy security. His influence extends across the sub-region, where his well-structured cross-border logistics network has facilitated the efficient movement of petroleum products of Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and neighboring countries. By strengthening regional fuel distribution systems, he has played an essential role in mobilizing the ECOWAS energy supply chain and advancing regional trade. Mr. Hoggle's leadership has earned his company consistent national and industry recognition for over 2 decades. J.K. Hoggle Transport & Co. Limited has received repeated honors of Haulage Company of the Year from the Ghana Oil and Gas Awards, along with numerous distinctions in safety, corporate governance, and logistics management. His recent achievements, including the 2024 Haulage Company of the Year, Best Haulier of 2024, and the Health, Safety, Security, and Environment Excellence Award, reinforces his reputation for unparalleled consistency, professionalism, and service excellence. The prestigious Pioneer Award for Excellence in Petroleum Haulage further affirms his extraordinary contributions to the sector. Beyond corporate success, he has demonstrated a profound commitment to national development and community upliftment. His company has created thousands of direct and indirect jobs while serving as a training hub for young professionals in logistics and engineering. As a philanthropist, he supports education and healthcare initiatives that benefit disadvantaged groups. His weekly public education program, Road Safety Matters on Unique FM, has significantly advanced public awareness on defensive driving, vehicle maintenance, and road safety, contributing to efforts to reduce accidents involving heavy-duty vehicles. Esteemed for his humility, ethical leadership, and dedication to continuous improvement, Mr. Hoggle remains an influential mentor and a champion of sustainable transport solutions. His ongoing work to explore cleaner energy fleets and greener technologies reflects his forward-looking approach to industry development. Recognition of his trailblazing leadership in petroleum logistics, his transformative contribution to national and regional energy distribution, his exemplary commitment to safety and professional excellence, and his enduring service to community and country, UPSA is proud to confer on you, Mr. Joseph K. Hoggle, the degree of Doctor of Business honoris causa. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
By the powers vested in me by the University of Professional Studies Act, I, Dr. K.K. Sapon, the Chancellor of the University, confer on you Mr. Joseph Kweku Hogley, Doctor of Business, honoris causa. Thank you.
I will now invite the two awardees to join Mr. Hogo. Mr. Hogo, please don't go. Prof. Alabi, Honorable Dr. Zeneto, can you please join Mr. Hogo? And then I will invite the Chancellor, the Chairman of Council, and the Vice Chancellor to congratulate them and take pictures with them. His Majesty, Nene, please, can you join us to congratulate them and take a picture, please? Thank you very much. So do the photographs, after which their spouses will kindly join us for the photographs. Can we have their spouses join them, please, for the pictures? Or their partners. You're welcome. Or, please, after the program, there will be more partners. Thank you very much. Thank you. You now have your seats.
Thank you very much. Let's congratulate the recipients with a round of applause. Thank you very much. Chancellor, sir, may I now respectfully invite Professor Joshua Alabi to deliver an acceptance speech on behalf of the honorees. Let's welcome him with a clap.
You hold this one. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to tell a story as my acceptance speech. Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, members of council, distinguished faculty, staff, students, alumni, invited guests, and I've seen the first chancellor of the university, who is now a member of the Council of State here, His Royal Majesty Menedrulo. I've also seen my team, the former registrar, the director of academic affairs. I've seen them here. Ladies and gentlemen, friends of the press, standing before this distinguished congregation, I am filled with humility and deep gratitude to receive an honorary doctorate from the University of Professional Studies, Accra, an institution that shaped my life as a student, lecturer, rector, and vice chancellor. Is not only a personal honor, but a celebration of how far we have journeyed together as scholars, builders, and dreamers. This recognition is not merely an award. It symbolizes a collective story of faith, resilience, and transformation. The beginnings. My journey with this institution began in September 1976, when I entered the then Institute of Professional Studies as a young student. Resources were limited. Classrooms were few, but our dreams were boundless. In 1978, a student demonstration led to a one-year closure. Yet, when IPS reopened, we returned with renewed determination, committed to learning and building a future worth believing in. From those early years, I learned a truth that has guided me throughout my life. Institutions endure not through comfort, but through commitment. Returning to self. After my studies in the former Soviet Union, Russia, I returned to this institute in 1987 as a lecturer. The late Mr. Buama, head of the institute at that time, who was the head when I was a student here, often engaged me in conversation. And I once jokingly told him, and later I also told his successor, who also happened to be my lecturer when I was a student here. And I quote, "I will return one day to lead and transform the institution." Destiny listed. I later traveled to the University of Strathclyde in Glasgow for further studies.
and returned in January 1993 with renewed strength. In 1997, I became a member of Parliament and later Minister of State for 2 regions. I applied for 4 years leave of absence. And as fate will have it, both my party and I lost the election exactly 4 years. In 2001, I returned once again to my academic home after we lost the election. Wherever I go, I return to serve. I've attended about 4 universities in the world, but my own university in this country is the Institute of Professional Studies. I attended Kharkov State University in Ukraine. That's the university where the first atomic bomb was made in the world. I attended the Russia Economic University in Moscow, which happens to be their first-class university in economics. And I also attended the University of Strathclyde in Glasgow, but none in Ghana, the University of Professional Studies. Wherever I go, I return to serve. Over the years, I was privileged to serve as a lecturer, senior lecturer, head of marketing department, dean of management, pro-rector, rector, and the first vice chancellor of the University of Professional Studies. Each role was a sacred trust, a duty to nurture people, ideas, and progress. A vision for transformation. When I assumed office as rector, I told colleagues and students, and I quote, "Together, we will transform this institution into a true center of excellence." Some doubted, given our limited resources, but I assured them. And I said again, and I quote, "One day, you may have to remove your shoes before entering this campus, not because of a rule, but because of the dignity and beauty we will build together." This message was clear. Excellence is possible right here in Ghana. Transformation begins with vision, but it's achieved through people. One key attribute of a transformative leader is how you handle resistance. Because when we are transforming, there are problems. Resistance is not an enemy. It is often fear of the unknown. It is simply energy moving in a different direction, or energy driven in a different direction. A leader must rechannel it into positive use. And in my experience, this is always possible. Building the human spirit before building structures. The first stage of transformation was not infrastructure. It was people. Our human resource needed strengthening, motivation, and recognition. I knew that my greatest asset was time. My greatest asset was time. And I dedicated it to expanding opportunities and stabilizing the institution. Expanding assets and stabilizing the institution. First, shifted government-funded programs. It's a government school, so government handles tuition and everything. So I grouped that, and I made that the morning school or the morning session. So we had afternoon and evening free, and the place here was quiet. So we introduced the evening school, attracting mature and working students, generating revenue, and reducing activism. The morning school was full of the young ones, and they needed everything, but we had no resources. So I needed another group to balance them. So the evening school, who were workers and they needed to complete quickly, would never allow them to demonstrate. I had a peace of mind to run the school, to balance the system. I further created a weekend school, expanding access and strengthening alumni work network. The alumni was dead, but these were workers who will finish in some few years and become members of the alumni. So we expanded, created a weekend school. And the alumni is the strongest marketing tool for any university. So I worked on that. We secured the presidential charter giving IPS autonomy to award its own degrees. We are under the University of Ghana. It had its own programs. So we moved for the presidential charter and we got it. But there was one key problem. Every year, universities have to increase their fees, all universities, because of inflation. And this attracted students' unrest every time. Negotiation with the LSRC, a whole lot of problems. So I sat one day and I said, look, I need peace of mind to run and develop this school. So this must stop. So I came with what we call the fee determination policy. And how does it work? If a student is to pay 100 cedis, for example, in the first year, next year, because of inflation, let's assume it is 10%, he may now pay 100 cedis plus 10% of 100 cedis, which is 110. The third year, he will pay 110 cedis plus 10% of 110, and it goes on to the fourth year. But students will not allow you. So what did we do? We came out with this policy where 100 cedis year 1, 102 year 2, 121 year 3, and then year 4, you add all and divide by 4, and that's what we pay the first year to the end. So they paid in advance, but they didn't know. That stabilized students' unrest. And I called the mathematicians, and we sat together, and we kept it in a mathematical model, and that was the fee determination policy. It ended it. So when other colleagues in the university, from other universities go on demonstration because of this, we are at peace here. The next is the rampant disturbance from ECG, where they'll come and put off our lives because the government was not paying, and of course the school cannot pay. So I sat one day and I told myself, how can I solve this? It was in almost all the universities. Then I remembered something. When I was in the University of Strathclyde, my department, which happened to be the marketing department, was on a very steep hill. Before you climb, you have to take a long breath. And you climb it for about 10 to 15 minutes, then you get to the department. So normally you get to the department and you're not allowed to come down until you finish everything because of the hill. There was a day I was in a lecture room and something told me that I left my lights on in my hostel. And those of us who studied in Europe, you know what it means if you leave your lights on in your room. So there was opportunity cost. Do I leave, descend, and go and put off my light, or sit in the lecture room and bear the consequence? Opportunity cost. So I decided to leave the lecture hall, went to the hostel, opened my door, and I realized that I kept off the light. The ordeal is how to climb back to the department. I did that. So in my office with this problem, I called the fiscal development officer and I asked him, the project at the hostel was about 85% complete. Then I asked him, is it possible to meter every room? He gave me 1 week. He went and came and said yes. The cost, another 1 week, 2 million additional. Let's take to the meeting and approve. Which company? He said ECG. Then I said, okay. So the over 300 rooms in the student hostel, every room is metered. I never had problem with ECG, and that solved my problem. If you like, put on your light till daybreak as a student, you pay your own like this. Now, developing the academic talents. At the time I took over, only one lecturer had a doctorate degree, and recruitment was frozen. I had to develop my academic staff. I personally visited the National Accreditation Board to present our challenge. The NAB was led by the late Mr. Date, and presented my challenge. The National Accreditation Board recommended to me SMC University for doctoral studies. But for the purpose of due diligence, I then wrote officially to the National Accreditation Board, and they responded to tell me, yes, it's a good university, and continue. I then wrote to the Swiss Embassy, and the Swiss Embassy also responded positively. It's a good university. And together with my registrar, he's here today, we made a trip to Switzerland to visit the university for more due diligence, and it was positive. Participants in the program went through the academic rigor. Many spent over 5 years for their doctorate. Today, they serve as heads of departments, vice chancellors, even some are advisors to the Bank of Ghana. I heard some few days ago from the GTech. And when they completed, GTech endorsed their certificates and said they were recognized in Ghana. We should not use regulatory authority to destroy them. When I was a young minister, getting to Christmas, I used to get a lot of hampers filled in my rooms, and I used to call friends to come and pick them as a young minister. I told this story to one regulator. Now came year 2000, election year. 7 December, up to 7 December, no hamper. Then, after 7 December, no winner. So no hamper again. There was no hamper until we finished Christmas. And there was no hamper for the whole year. That was when I realized that the hampers were meant for the chair, not me. When we are in a position, we should be very careful the way we use power. We shouldn't abuse it. Transformation began with people, inspiring them, trusting them, and empowering them. The fruits of collective efforts. Gradually, staff students and alumni embrace the shared vision. The vision must be well communicated and must be collectively owned before you can transform a system. Students who used to demonstrate, having seen the vision, now voluntarily met and contributed every year to support the Vice Chancellor to build a new student hostel, apart from their school fees. The UTAC UPSA and TEU never went on demonstration, even though their mother unions went on demonstration. And how did we achieve this? I told them, you can join the mother union to go on demonstration, but this is your campus, and look at their campus. We are all here. And I used to have a very funny story. If you eat cassava and pepper in the morning and you wear a suit, nobody knows that you are eating cassava and pepper. Your environment must be very good for you. So develop your environment. Students were paying for the evening and weekend program for us to develop the school. And you say you are going on demonstration. Look, they never went on demonstration. And all this, I'm proud to see my chiefs here. My chiefs from Nongwa gave me all the necessary support to run the affairs of this school. And I want to salute you for your presence. For this support, I'm deeply grateful. These collective efforts led to recognition such as Chartered Institute of Marketing Man of the Year, the first time it went to an educational institution. I was awarded that. The All African Students Union Best Vice Chancellor of the Year. The most influential public sector leader by Imani Ghana. And the Order of the Voter, among others. These honors reflected teamwork, sacrifice, and a shared sense of purpose. To everyone who walked this journey with me, I say thank you. The essence of transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, transformation is not an event. It is a journey built on discipline, vision, humility, and integrity. A true transformative leader builds systems so solid that no successor, I repeat, no successor can afford to underperform, because the people themselves will demand excellence. So you can't lead this school and underperform. The people will demand excellence. And that is the hallmark of a true transformative leader. The mark of a true leader, the mark of a true leader is the test of absence. When you are no more there, this is the mark of a true leader. Leadership is what happens every day when leaders and members create value that makes others happier, not to make them sad. At IPS, UPSA, we build our values on excellence, accountability, professionalism, and service. We nurture not just scholars, but leaders. Not certificates, but character. And I said we also nurture leaders. When I took over, my students will go for the News Congress and will come and introduce themselves. Say we went and we won secretary, treasurer. Then one day I called them. So you're happy with secretary and treasurer when your colleagues are presidents, news presidents, and secretaries. What do you mean? So I sat down with my students and we drew a plan of action to capture the nukes. Ladies and gentlemen, the plan worked. And before I left the school, we produced 3 nukes presidents with nature leaders. We also produced 2 secretary generals of the All African Students Union. Rewarding hard work. Throughout my academic and public life, one principle has guided me. Hard work must never go unnoticed. Recognition need not always be monetary. Sometimes it is a thank you, a handshake, or a public acknowledgement. This simple act builds pride and strengthens institutions. Ghana and Africa must reward merit and celebrate excellence if we are to transform. When I completed my second term as Vice Chancellor at age 58, that was in 2016, I converted my remaining years, 2 years, into sabbatical to allow the next generation to lead. I didn't want to be here, to allow them to lead. Because I was key in getting them there. The previous Vice Chancellor was somebody I mentored. And the current Vice Chancellor, like he said, I mentored him. He was the SRC president when I was a lecturer here. And I'll tell you a very funny story. The students decided to rebel against him. Then he came to my office. Then I look at the young man, SRC president, they want to overthrow you. I told them that, number one, we are going to build a new library for this school. Go and tell the students that you have forced us to build a library. Number two, you are a member of council. They give you allowance. After every meeting, go and sit down with the vocal guys and treat them nicely. When he finished his course here, I moved for us to engage him on national service in this school. And I continue to mentor him. Today, he has read a citation for my honorary doctorate degree. We nurture leaders. I deeply appreciate the current UPSA administration for their maturity, respect, and recognition of past contributors. Their gesture strengthens institutional memory and ensures continuity. As I look around this campus today, I am filled with joy. It was not easy, but we did it. Together, we did it. If my journey teaches anything, it is this: vision must meet integrity. Hard work must meet teamwork. And success must be accompanied by gratitude. To the young people here, do not wait for perfect conditions. Start where you are. Use what you have and give your best. Hard work may delay, but never goes unnoticed or unheard. I cannot conclude without expressing gratitude to the President and the people of Ghana for once again granting me the opportunity to serve this country. When I assumed office as board chairman of GCB Bank in January, the share price was about 6 cedis per share. Working with my board, we recruited top professionals, strengthened the executive committee, and implemented a new strategic direction. National economy. Today, as we speak, from 6 cedis, the share price is 19 cedis. In the coming months, we will continue to work to make GCB Bank not only Ghana's #1 bank, but one of the strongest in West Africa. As I receive this honorary doctorate, I am filled not with pride, but with gratitude to God for His sustaining grace, to my family for their unwavering support, to colleagues, students, and alumni for their trust. In fact, they really trusted. It's not easy. And to this great university, my university, for allowing me to contribute to its story. Ladies and gentlemen, the true measure of leadership is how deeply we serve. The true measure of success is the legacy we have. The true measure of transformation is the lives we touch. As I drive past this university, my satisfaction is not only in its development, but also in the thousands of jobs created around it through the transformation we pursued. As a nation, if we recognize performance regardless of political affiliation, Ghana will have many role models for the youth. They need them. We should not wait for a particular party to be in power before we recognize or appreciate excellence. Let us continue to build a university and a nation rooted in excellence, integrity, and service. May UPSA remain a beacon of professionalism, innovation, and ethical leadership. May future generations look back and say, they dreamt, they built, they transformed. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
The true impact of transformation is the lives we touch. May we all live here making a difference in other people's lives. Thank you very much, Prof. Alabi, for your nuggets of wisdom. And we thank you very much. We now turn, Chancellor Sir, to the presentation of academic awards. May I now invite the Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Emmanuel Asamoah, to present the academic prizes. Let's welcome him.
Chancellor Sir, may I present the graduates who have excelled for the award of the academic prizes. When your name is
Problem there.
Hello everyone, my name is Valerie, CEO of EIB Network, and I'm inviting you to the Star FM Corporate Walk. It is happening this Saturday, the 6th of December, 6 a.m. and we are actually converging at the GHOne premises.